Yes, people, you know what time it is. It's Man City's time, to be fair, but it's never a foul. If you haven't been here before, subscribe, like the video. We're going to be talking transfer news in this particular video. Gvardiol has just got the Here We Go. Mahrez also Here We Go to Saudi. And then also new rumors of Raphinha potentially replacing him. But yeah, man, that must mean Laporte might mean he's on his way out potentially. But
actually, I did see some stuff on Laporte today as well.
Oh, there you go then. Liverpool, there's Liverpool football news. They're playing right now as well. I think they're winning 1-0. I think it's 1-0. Someone told me, is it 1-0?
What they called the Mighty Reds?
Something like that. They got like a decent team out as well. Henderson gone to Saudi. There's other news in what's his name? Doucoure from Palace. Boubacar Kamara. So it's gone from Caicedo to Tchouaméni to Lavia now to Doucoure and Kamara. It's 1-1. Right, it's not looking that good, is it? And also Arsenal Kudus looking at that right-hand side, something that we spoke on yesterday, I think it was, or was it the other day? A position they could typically strengthen. But if you are here, make sure you smash the like button. Joined by Daps, joined by Ty as well, and there's other news along the side. So tune in to this video for that. But what are we saying, guys? What were we saying?
I didn't know you started. I was trying to bang a TikTok for the channel, and then I was like, "Oh shit, he's live."
Yeah, we did it on purpose.
I love that.
Yeah.
To be fair, Daps will be happy. It's a Gvardiol one, so yeah.
Yusuf, you can't do that. It's pre-season. LOL. No.
What's he mean about his pre-season? What does he mean by that?
Can't get onto Liverpool, basically.
You can't do that because it's Man United or
Charity
Arsenal.
Shield. Hold on, Charity Shield is pre-season, as far as I'm concerned. And you man got hype about that. But listen, it's pre-season, and we're definitely going to talk on certain players' performances. But yeah, man, listen, City. Cass, just as we were getting ready, Cass was like, "I was thinking, here we go. We're going to talk about Mahrez leaving, and then we get the here we go on Gvardiol, and it does look like very much City are doing it." Gundogan announced that he was leaving, so literally within hours they announced that Cover's coming in. Mahrez has announced he's leaving, so like, cool, we got one lined up. Bringing the big man at the back, bringing Gvardiol.
It's like you had it ready, right?
Yeah.
Bang, get the good news and the bad news. Do you know what I mean?
It's funny because in our city, we've got a city WhatsApp group that we kind of have for when we're at away games, so we can all chat in and know where to meet up and whatever. And someone put about Mahrez going, and then one of the lads put, "We need to make some signings. We're moving a bit slow." And I was like, "What do you mean? We've only lost one player, and we brought in Kovacic, like." Now we've lost Mahrez, we brought in another one. So this is exactly, look, treble winners, as long as we replace the players that are leaving. Mahrez is an interesting one. I don't know how I feel about getting a replacement for Mahrez. For me, if we put all the effort into getting Bernardo Silva to stay, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, this is a bad boy signing, but then it's just got to be like you let go of a right wing and you got in a centre back, left-footed centre back.
Yeah.
So then now it's about getting rid. Now that you got a right winger out, now you need a.
But Laporte,
yeah.
Well. So Laporte. I was reading this morning that we actually said, I think on yesterday's show about what's it called, Bill Bauer being after him. And Bill Bauer has said they are making him their number one target this transfer window. And apparently Laporte has said he knows that it's not going to happen overnight, but he's also very keen on the move. And just watch this space. So I think that one will happen now. Yeah, I think ultimately
everything's the green light now. Now you've got your player in, and it's like, right, that's secured. It's kind of like you're not effectively in a rush. You're just like, right, get the right offer, let him speak to the clubs, and you'll get done before the end of the window. He's got 6 weeks now?
Yeah, I would say, that the reason that Gvardiol's getting the here we go is because I think the Laporte one's probably all right, it might not be out there yet, but I would imagine that there's been some very positive conversations that one is going to get over the line. Otherwise, City, I don't think would have like pushed to. They would have said, hold fire on the Gvardiol one for now because we want to do it right. But now you got to remember, today's City's players have come back to training today.
Yeah, they travelled to Japan.
Yeah. So they've been
yeah.
And
they're
so
coming in and they're off.
Obviously all the conversations and whatever. That's the thing, that it can look like City haven't been as active as others, but like I've said before, we've been away for a bit longer because our season went on. United's went on a week longer than everyone else's. City's went on 2 weeks longer than everyone else's. In fact, probably 2.5 after all the celebrations or whatever. So they got a longer break. So now they're back. Now the conversations can happen. Things can get moving. So
and that's the thing as well. People have got to remember that, yeah. And obviously, it feels like it's ages ago now, 2007, 2008. I'm talking about like the summer we bought like Nani, Anderson, Hargreaves. That was all in one hit. I remember we got like 3 or 4 of them in.
Yeah, it used to happen like that, innit, back in the day.
Yeah, it happened like that. But now this is the thing: when you are a top club like Man City, you don't need to go out and sign 4 or 5 or 6 players. What you're doing, the players that are leaving, you're replacing, and if not, then all you do is top them up with 2 or 3 players that are going to refresh the changing room and also bring that extra hunger. I'm not saying the players that haven't got hunger, but the players, they're coming in not winning the treble right now. They're coming 100%. In having them little things, and Kovacic brings that experience.
Well, we just got 2. Yeah, we just got 2 Croatians. 2 Croatians. Yeah, 2 Croatians.
And let's be real. Hungry. Do I really want to scrap a Croatian in the street? Not really, to be honest. So, do you know what I'm saying? Some of them, man, they're serious on their.
Well,
what
they're both hungry, man. They're both hungry. They're both hungry. Coming
at different stages of their career. I like that Kovacic is still hungry despite being at Real Madrid and winning Champions League, and you've got Gvardiol whose best years are ahead of him. And I think this is the one transfer, Of course, he's won stuff.
He would have won the Champions League,
yeah,
wouldn't he?
Of course. Even though he wasn't a mainstay in the team, he's still part of the team. And I think one thing that I want to make clear, and I've even said it on my TikTok. The first thing I said is, forget the fee and look at the player when you're talking about players like Gvardiol going to Man City. And for me, I couldn't pick, and Daps, you know I love my football, yeah? I'm talking left centre-backs, left back, got the combination. I couldn't pick a better player to come to Man City. Aggressive, good on the ball, composed, good in the air, passes through the lines, and Pep loves people that can pass. 22, whatever years of age. I think when you're looking at someone that can play both positions, he is perfect for it. And also Man City at times like to play a high line. This guy is not slow. He is quick enough, definitely, for left centre-back. And like, I literally couldn't give you a better name than him. So forget the price and look at the player you're getting for the team, the formation you play, and the coaching style. It's a faultless signing. Like, it
is what it is. It's look, we don't know how much it's going to be yet, but I'm kind of in my head.
You don't care though. You don't care.
It's going to be Bo. I don't, because the thing is, the amount of players we've signed where the talk will be, it's a lot of money. Like De Bruyne was apparently going to be a lot of money. De Bruyne was going to be too expensive. Yaya Toure, apparently we paid too much for him. Now in hindsight, Grealish, and we look at the season Grealish had last season. The other thing is, look, sometimes we do shrewd business. Akanji was a great deal, right? If people want to say City, do you know what? Actually, this will probably now mean that City have got 2 of the most expensive players in the top 15 that have come to the Premier League. Like, City only have about 2 of them, yeah. So if this is our second one, but he stays at the club for 10 years, then I'm more than happy with that.
That's an investment.
Can I apply some logic as well? Yeah, I might have to be an ITK, because on Monday I said I believe like during the week Gvardiol is going to get signed, and all of a sudden, never a foul usually goes around 2 o'clock, and we went live as soon as the
I was thinking how weird is it this time?
IT cast. IT cast.
Yeah.
IT cast.
I want to apply some logic. I want to apply some Arsenal fan logic. Yes, if you're here, what's his name again from Twitter again? What's his name? Nick Minaj for real. Yes, this is gonna be something that you don't like to hear. Now, Gvardiol joined Man City. He's one of the best centre backs in the league. You get it yet? Let me know if you get it.
I get it.
You get it?
Yeah. He wasn't, but he is now, right?
He is now. Yeah. He's gonna be ahead of the tie.
Yeah, he is now.
Yeah, Ty. So basically, when Declan Rice instantly joined Arsenal, he's top 2 defensive mids in the whole of the league. You know, get that? Yeah. Anyways, but I'm just gonna say, Gvardiol. I know there's going to be comparisons when Højlund comes to Man United. He's going to be compared to Haaland because of obviously the height, the speed.
Yeah, that's happening already. I'm ready for it.
It's already happening already. It's going to be another Nunes stuff. But I'm just going to say out there, Arsenal fans, if you believe Saliba is better than Gvardiol, you need another breather in your head. and he's a year older.
I'm not going to get involved in that one. I'm
not getting involved in that.
I'm just saying.
But I'm happy to have the Saliba Diaz conversation all day.
I'm just saying. Like, I thought, you know what? It went over my head. Yeah. I got told last season. I remember. Guess who it was? And I believe it was Olu as well. Yeah. They were saying who's the best under 20 centre backs or under 21 centre backs in the world. And I was thought to believe that Saliba was 19. The guy's 22.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I thought he was 19 as well.
I thought he was 19. But yeah, I'm just saying the Gvardiol.
It's still good though. So don't get me wrong. Saliba's up there, man. Saliba's up there. I'm just happy with the partnership as well. The partnership.
Yeah.
The partnership is mad.
The left foot, right foot combo and the aggressiveness of Diaz, and then you got the sweeping of Gvardiol as well. Yeah, it works. Oh, by the way, who does Let's Talk Ball B support?
I think he smells of a Liverpool fan, to be fair.
Okay, because he says Ty loves stroking Daps' ego. What? Because Gvardiol's a great player for City. Don't get upset. He's not your club. Because they're not getting Colville. I get it. Like
either way, I made that comment because I was just going to see how many Arsenal fans were just going to comment. I think I've counted about 10. So
yeah, and anyone that thinks there's any stroking of anyone's egos around here, yeah. We run this channel together. Yeah, right. It's not like a guest has come on and you're kind of friendly to him. Trust me, there's none of that.
Yeah, innit?
Yeah. So now, good signing.
I wonder. Do you know what? Serious question though. I was thinking because he signed today, you'd have gone on tour today. He would do his medical and fly out, or he would do his medical and stay and get fit in England.
I would imagine.
How many? I don't know your tour dates. Are you in Japan for long? I don't know what you're doing.
It's a couple of games.
And where are you after that? Are you in America or anything?
No. We've only got like two. We only ever have like 2-3 friendlies. Max.
Yeah, okay. He stayed in England getting fit with and then he's gonna come back, and then they'll come back potentially.
Yeah, because do you know what it could be? To be fair, because if you think of it, I know they're labeling this as the treble, like the treble tour, right? And so they could see it as, do you know what you weren't part of the treble winning, so this is a treble tour. Go and show the team that won the treble and whatever. Then come back and it's like a new signing, maybe. But you never know. They might fly him out. They might think, why not? Don't know. I mean, it's not like our sponsors don't own airplanes or nothing. Like,
no, it's true. I hear that. What do you think, Cass? Now, yeah. Go on. Do you want to run the likes?
Yeah, I was just gonna say there's over 400 people in it, and a guy again, like you guys are actually getting quite sick. I'll be real. 113 likes. You're not being scrubs today or this evening. If you don't mind liking the video, if you haven't done so, and just a little friendly reminder. Big up to everyone that has done so, and anyone that is going to. But yeah, what was you gonna ask?
Yeah, I was gonna say. So we look at it now, right? So they've got Aki, Gvardiol, Diaz, Stones, Akanji. They're not really gonna play a back five, obviously, but with say if it was a big game, right. By the way, first of all of them are going to get minutes. We know that. Akanji got plenty of minutes last year when people didn't think he would. But say if they're playing a Man United away, who do you think's going to play as a starting defense?
Well, we got to remember this, innit? Akanji came in to be the 5th choice.
Yeah, I can tell you who I think it. If we're talking about fully fit, for me, then it's Ake, Gvardiol, Diaz, Stones.
Who plays the right?
Diaz, 100%.
I don't think
no. Hold on. So let me just quickly say, last season, and let's take out the Real Madrid game because the Real Madrid game, Vinicius, different. Take out the Man United game, Rashford. Apart from that, Manchester City's unbelievable run at the end of the season, predominantly our back four factually was Ake, Akanji, Diaz and Stones, right? So all we would do is replace Akanji with Gvardiol, and then it's exactly the same.
No, it wouldn't. It's not exactly the same. I'll tell you what it is.
Yeah, the left foot.
I'm not trying to undermine you, but I know Pep is going to trust every single player. By the way, because of Rashford, he will use Akanji on the right side, and he will still go with. I don't think he plays Gvardiol there.
Akanji's hardly played on the right side.
Yeah, he has played right back.
No, hold on, bro. Listen to what I said. I said he's hardly played on the right side. Played about 3-4 games on the right maximum last season.
He played more there, I think, than the left.
No, he didn't, bro. Listen,
I'll go get the stats up now, bro.
No problem. He played a few games there, but predominantly it was Walker, it was Rico Lewis, and then it was Stones, and Stones was inverting. And then
So,
at the back, it was
so-
Ake, Akanji, and Diaz.
Well, I reckon if it's against someone like Man United or someone pacey, he has to play Akanji.
Oh,
there
it'll
on the right hand
change. But I'm not
That's what I'm
talking.
saying.
What I actually said
I think
was,
Akanji played more on the right side. I think personally,
bro,
but
he
he
might
can
have
still
played
play.
right. Hold on, he might have played right of the two centre backs. Is that what you're saying? Right, the two centre backs.
If we're
And
gonna do
sometimes he actually played in the right back role. At times.
Predominantly, yeah, no, a couple of times he did, but predominantly we could, bro. If we're talking about every single possibility that City play in, yeah, but predominantly it was Ake, Akanji, Diaz, and Stones, right? And then when it was pace, we brought in Walker. And obviously, when there was injuries, other things happened.
When
Rico
you
Lewis
played, you know what I thought was when Stones dropped
in.
into that midfield role, Akanji was the right centre back of the back three.
Yeah.
But right, okay, but I'm not talking. You're talking about. You can talk about positions. I'm talking about the main personnel. The main personnel was Ake, Akanji, Diaz, and Stones. They were the main personnel.
So, so we agree. But in terms of the order, I think he's descent in the left centre back role. But
if we're going with that was our main four last season, yeah. And let me say it again: Ake, Akanji, Diaz, Stones. That was our main four, right? Now.
Even your own people are confused on what you're going about. Ask the question.
But
next season,
right? Hold on. So let me say our main defenders.
I'm trying to
Our main defenders that were starting last season, yes, were Akanji, Ake, Diaz, and Stones, right? In the back end of the season. Now, where you want to put them, no problem. I'm not putting them anywhere. But they were the four main defenders. People will say Walker. Be clear. Go and look. Hold on, Cass. Let me finish. Go and look. Yeah, I was at the games. Walker only came in when we were playing teams with pace, right? So they are the four. Ignore Walker for a second. Now, if you're telling me what one of those four is going to be taken out, I believe it would be Akanji is taken out and Gvardiol is put in. Then we will have two left-sided defenders in Ake and Gvardiol, and two right-sided in Diaz and Stones.
Yeah. Okay, so my question for you, Daps, is I think that Ruben Diaz is essential of the three. He's not a right centre back. I don't think he's quick enough. So what I think he will do, unfortunately for Ake, even though Ake will drop it and then they'll play Akanji on the right. Gvardiol left centre back, Diaz and Akanji.
I would agree that Diaz is the centre one.
Yeah, and Akanji on the right side. That's what I think.
And this is, but what I'm saying is when they start. Stones, you could say wherever Stones starts, I guess he moves forward, so he's not part of the back four ultimately, yeah. And then so Akanji would be playing on the right, and then
because he's quick enough to do the right.
And do you know what? I hear what you're saying. I guess I'm just putting Ake's level so much.
He's had do you know what?
Higher than Akanji.
He's had a great year. He's had a great season, Ake. But if it comes to picking your best three for balance, it is Gvardiol, Diaz, and Akanji, and then Stones can do that. Drop in the midfield role, even though he counts as the forward. Does that make sense? The Stones is still in the forward.
Look, I wasn't listing it like that. Centre backs, 100%. I thought you lot were trying to say that Akanji was playing right back, actual right back.
No, he plays like right centre back.
But he did play right back a few times towards the start of the season.
He played more than on the left. Because Ake was injury free for most of the season.
He played on the left a couple of games.
Yeah, he did come in for the left a couple of times. Right back, he hardly played right back at all as well. But I don't know. I'd still, if I'm being honest, I don't know. I'm just, for me, I know Ake. I haven't seen Ake play on the right at all. So Ake, we're ruling that one out. Ruling that one out.
All left foot is over off the right.
Diaz isn't. So Diaz and. Yeah, you're probably right.
Diaz has to play right, and
Diaz has to play. Diaz has to play central.
It's 2 and 2. You got two right back, two right footers, and two left footers. So
sorry, who's our fifth one? Oh,
Stones.
John Stones.
And Akanji's actually quite comfortable with both feet. Yeah.
So wait, and you got Rico Lewis. Who else after that?
He's right-footed. So they've got 4 right footers and 2 left footers in Gvardiol and Ake. But obviously, Akanji can play there if he needs to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Akanji was brought in because of his versatility.
But I'll be honest with you, that's solid. That is solid. I'm trying to think how I look at it, right? Is when you look at the Premier League and the way the Premier League works.
Liverpool losing. You're losing against the Bundesliga 2-3 team. What's going on? We just roasted Arsenal about that the other day.
I know what Cass is doing after this. He's getting a cup of tea out.
Do you know what? You've proper put that in my head now, yeah? Because
Don't lose.
You're fully right because Ake
Mm.
Ake can't play on the right. Yeah, Ake I wouldn't play as a centre neither.
Yeah.
Right, I'd 100%. You have to play Diaz through the middle,
middle,
when
he's the king.
it goes to a back three.
100%.
But
Yeah.
But right, we're talking about defending. Yeah, when it comes to actually people being in a defensive unit, not in transition, in a defensive unit. Yeah. So when you're in a defensive unit, Stones would then play on the right.
Yes.
Right.
In the defensive unit.
So and this is a thing that you've got to remember, and I think this is what I was thinking. When it's very different to how they're standing when we've got the ball and how they are when we're a defensive unit. And when we become a defensive unit, John Stones goes kind of more towards
to be
the
fair,
right.
or even because he plays in that central defensive midfield role, Akanji might just push out to the right and Stones just slots in next to Diaz.
But the hardest thing is that but then the hardest thing is that you want Gvardiol definitely on the left as well, right?
Yeah. 100%.
And then it's Ake. Ake must be there thinking, "Oh, okay."
You know what though? The fact that you've got the Premier League, you've got the Champions League, and all these competitions. We saw last year how important depth was. You not rotated, but your defense was able to change one or two because you know the standards are that
let's
high.
be real. There's going to be injuries as well.
You're all going to get minutes, and there's going to be injuries.
What about moving on from Gvardiol? Mahrez left now. They're saying 35 million euro package. That's like 28 million in total. Not a bad price, to be fair.
For his age and that.
For his age and etc. The latest link is Raphinha. And you said one thing, Ty, and I said another thing. Smelly. Even if he's a backup, it smells. He don't remind me of he's just not a pet player, I don't think. Especially how greedy he is. And he just reminds you he's always going to be that guy.
Do you think Jack Grealish was a pet player?
Yeah. The way he can move and
really?
Well, I think he's very technical. Raphinha is a P-Tech Rashford with a left foot that has awful decision making.
The thing is, I'll be honest. Let me put this out there right now. Yeah, Raphinha is not coming to Manchester City. Like, I can't see it. I would imagine that might even be something Barcelona have created in their head.
Yeah, in their attempt to get Bernardo.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
But you got to remember, like, as long as Bernardo is at our club, whoever. Even with Mahrez going, as long as Bernardo is at our club, whoever comes in is a bench warmer. Like they're a squad player.
Alvarez, Foden can play there, and then if you get someone that comes in, obviously they could.
And Bernardo can play there.
Yeah, Bernardo can play there.
Raphinha, Dani Olmo was the other one. Who again, I don't.
Yeah,
he'd be a good player.
He's not a right-sided player. He's not a right-sided player.
I think, and do you know what? You've got to remember with Pep, that Pep's done it a few times now. Remember when we were due to get Jorginho, and then we didn't get him because of Chelsea coming in for him, and he went to Chelsea in the end, right, with Sarri. And then we got linked with quite a few DMs, one being Højbjerg, by the way. And Pep was like, no. If it's not the mould I want, then we don't buy, and we wait till the next window. And I think it will probably be the same with this, that if Pep will have his list of players, and I don't believe he'll go out and break the bank or anything just for a player.
He doesn't need to. Like Raphinha, don't get me wrong, Raphinha's a good player. I know Cass doesn't see him at City, but I think Raphinha's a good player that's not worked out at Barcelona in his first season. Yes, he does have that trait of being selfish and stuff like that, but it's simple as this. If you like that in Pep's team, you're going to go out the team, you're going to have to learn his way, and then you'll come back into the side. And I felt like Mahrez even started off a bit slowly like that when he's got that selfishness streak from like Leicester, and he changed. Grealish, he said he admits it. It was the hardest year of his life, but the best year of his life in terms of adapting. I just think, and I said it last night on the show as well, if Pep does not go out and sign a winger this summer, it's going to be, if he might, but if he doesn't, Michael Olise, 60 million next summer, pay Crystal Palace the fee and get your Riyad Mahrez for the next 5-6 years in Michael Olise. He can ball retention, technically secure, not selfish, can cross, can whip in a ball, can score goals, best years ahead of him, good physically. Cass, I love Michael Olise, and I think he'd be sick at
City. He'd be sick. I think he'd be sick, especially he's a bit of a facilitator as well. He could definitely be the other side of Grealish, that type of player. He's definitely a guy that's a creator for Haaland. That's the whole point. Who's going to supply Haaland? Who's going to get him more? You know, and he's got a goal or two in him, and he's very good at set pieces. Michael,
I think that is the thing as well with Mahrez is as long as Grealish is at the club, if we do go out looking for a replacement for Mahrez, it will be a replacement for Mahrez, which is something a bit different. We don't want another Grealish. Like Pep wouldn't want another Grealish. We've got a Grealish. On the right side, he'd be looking for that. Mahrez is a bit more direct, a bit more of a plan B. And I think we'd be looking at that. But I could come on here and say names, but to be honest with you, I can't really think of that many that I rate that highly.
Yeah,
and
it's limited the right wing at the moment.
They're not going to be the ones that Pep wants.
Well, it's not going to be Cole Palmer because we already know Cole Palmer's looking to get loaned out.
Yeah, Brighton I've seen
that indicates if you're going to get rid of Riyad Mahrez, which is happening, Cole Palmer's looking for his loan. That tells me there's a space for a senior play in that attacking lineup, whether it's on the left and Foden might move.
It doesn't, bro. Right. It doesn't because of Alvarez. It doesn't because of Alvarez.
But then let's say Haaland gets injured and Alvarez is your only option.
Yeah. I hear you.
That's the way I look at it.
But then you'd move forward. But then you'd move forward. If we're now talking about, oh God, there's injuries, what do we do? You bring in Foden. But I do think you're right. I think we're a little bit light. We've got to remember we ended. The
we also just said Bernardo can play every stage.
Yeah, but who's the? You have to.
You've got to remember.
What's Pep really good at doing? By the way, one thing that he's extremely good at doing. Refreshing the team when it needs to. That's all I'm thinking about.
I think the other thing is you've got to remember that and there'll be people watching this now going, we've got 2 players in every position, 2 players of the same level. We haven't. If you want to go and do some research, cool. If not, then call me a lie. But we don't. Yeah, and we ended last season 1 player down because we actually let Cancelo go and didn't ever bring a replacement in. So our squad is a little bit light at the moment. So. I do think anyone that leaves, we have to replace. But to be honest with you, Kat, it's just on the Mahrez one. I don't know. I don't know who I'd want.
Sergio Gomez left wing.
Do you know the maddest thing is
he had a good tournament.
Sergio Gomez actually got top goal scorer of the under 25.
It's true. Wait, you ever shouted that? Even that Nick Saunders. That's a good shout. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. Mujiwara says, "Big up you, man. I'm so vexed. Uber Eats driver taking the absolute pee." But you guys lift the mood.
Yeah, hopefully he's here by the time the streaming.
Hold on. Hopefully he's there soon. Hopefully, whatever. Let us know what food you're getting as well.
Yeah,
and hopefully, they haven't got the order wrong. And do you know what does my head in the most? Like, my daughter loves McDonald's. Yeah, I'm not really too keen on McDonald's at all, but I can deal with McDonald's as long as they put the damn sauces in the bag, yeah? And when it gets here and they forgot the sauces, and the worst thing is if you've got nuggets and they don't bring the sauces, it's like,
and you probably pay for the sauce.
Oh, bro, but literally it asks you the question, do you want sauces? Yes, please. You actually, they go out their way to say, we'll give you some sauces. Do you want some sauces? Yeah, I want sauces. You ain't having no sauces. Oh, brilliant. Cheers.
Andy Annie has been a member for 5 months now, I believe. He says, sorry, you won't be able to see this because it doesn't show up on StreamYard. It says, Cass, this tired, this takeovers talk is making me feel, Yeah, it's just a ride, isn't it? There's no point even talking about it.
I've kind of moved on from it now. Let's look. Anana's going to be announced tomorrow. Then we're going to go into Højlund or Colo. I think it'll be Højlund, and then we move, man. I got a question for you lot though, because I was thinking about, I was just debating in a group chat with Baines and that. When you look at Riyad Mahrez, before we go to Liverpool, I want to see what the people's comments think. We look at right wingers in the Premier League era. Where do you lot rank Riyad Mahrez? Because I said earlier, for me, from players I've watched, I put him in my top 3 probably, and actually probably a lot of people might have him in the top 5. Right wingers of the Premier League. You look at it, Ronaldo, Mo Salah, Mahrez, Beckham, Robert Perez potentially. I'm trying to think of players I'm missing.
Bro, if we're being real, it's
look what he won: Champions League, multiple Premier League, Leicester
with
City,
different clubs.
Leicester City as well, when you never expected their top man.
If we're being real, has he achieved more than David Beckham did at Man United? I would say he probably has.
I don't know.
Because the fact he did it in Leicester. The fact is, he's done what he's done at City. He's done a treble at City, which includes a Champions League. He's done a 3-peat at City. He's done a domestic treble, and he's done the proper treble. He's done a 3-peat. He's also done a double, but then he's done a Premier League at Leicester on top of that as well. So it's like, oh, by the way, and if you think this is just me as part of a team, then go and check my resume.
I was the main guy with Ronaldo. And
was he player of the season that season?
No,
Leicester.
You played the season for Leicester,
yeah. So
I don't know, man. I think it's hard to compare a right mid to a right winger, inverted winger.
Yeah, I'd never see Beckham as a midfielder. I see Beckham as a midfielder, not a winger.
Yeah,
personally.
I know what you mean, but in terms of position, it's still on the right. So like, I think Mahrez goes in the top 3. I think for
Oh, there's Salah, there's Bale, there's loads of different players. Nani,
Bale,
there's
right? There's Bale, right?
Yeah.
Bale was left in England.
Bale was left in England.
Yeah, with England.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he went over to the right and started cutting and banging, and then he went centre forward and started banging.
I
him.
did actually.
Robin. Someone put Robin in the comments. He didn't cut it at Chelsea.
Nah, not in England.
No, this is what I'm saying. People, someone said get your City shirt off. Listen, I'm just being a football fan,
No,
and I think
Salah.
Mahrez is definitely in the top 5. Like it's
top
true.
5. I think top 5's fair. I
Top
think
five,
3
definitely.
is
Top 3 the
but
conversation.
Top 5, yeah. Do you know what? I actually always, and I probably need to get off my Man United shirt now. I've massively rated Andre Kanchelskis, man. I thought Kanchelskis.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch what year he was. Yeah,
Mahrez go down as one of them underappreciated players.
Bro,
like
Leicester City, Man City.
I know, but people don't want to have that conversation. I just think he's
like
techie,
it's just
man.
because Mahrez is not the guy in the media and he's not super flashy. But when you're talking about efficiency and a right wing and natural technical ability, he's sick. Like when in 20 years' time, I will watch Mahrez's highlight reels, like 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, just a question anyway. Yeah, let's see what people thought. Yeah,
yeah, man. But yeah, Raphinha. So we're saying Raphinha is probably not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen whatsoever. But moving on, Arsenal Football Club linked with Kudus, another right. You could say he's a multifunctional player, a bit like Havertz,
right,
play the centre, striker as well if need be, or off the right. Kudus will be wicked, and they I think Brighton was looking at him and they was quoting something around 35 million or something at the time, which is actually a very good deal.
Can I ask you then, Cass?
I'm gonna ask you before I go on to Kudus. Did anyone watch Kai Havertz yesterday?
Wait, are you on about this volley exercise?
The volley one and the other one, the passing.
Do you know what? I'll be honest, yeah. I'll be honest with you. The volley one where you had to touch and then shoot, yeah, that one was mad. But for me, that one wasn't the maddest one. The maddest one was the one where they had like. Recently, I went to an inflatable park with my daughter, yeah, where when you go in there, they've got loads and loads of inflatable slides and everything. There's inflatables everywhere, yeah. Half the pitch was taken up with this massive inflatable thing, right? And the ball was played over to Havertz. And when I'm telling you, Ty, he was 15 yards away from it? 15 yards max away from it, yeah. And one touch and then put it through one of the holes on the inflatable thing. Like there's 5 holes, put it through one of them. Bro, he wasn't even hitting the target. He wasn't even hitting the inflatable thing, right? And the inflatable thing was like half the size of the damn pitch, bro. And it was, but for me, I was watching it thinking that it's going to get his first touch, yeah. The only defense I could have for him, maybe he thought, you know what, this is, why am I even doing this? I just want to play football. I don't want to do these weird tricks. Like, let's be clear, it is pre-season, it was tricks, but I'm watching it and I'm like, that first touch, yeah, is dog shit. Like
he looks like shit. Like even what you're saying, and I watched the volley thing about 20 minutes before the stream started. Funny enough, Cassie, he missed every volley. I feel like he's gone to Arsenal, and all that pressure from him flopping at Chelsea, he's just basically carried with him to Arsenal. He's not even looked in the mirror and said, "Yo, do you know what? Fresh start, new job." Like us, man. If we leave a job and start a new one, you're like, right? Do you know what? Forget that one. Now it's in the past. Start fresh. He hasn't done that.
Yeah. You know what it is though, because why I have to hold the same energy, because it was happening to Nunes last year.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
so everyone was making fun of Nunes, but now it's the one against one of their players. They want to get softer by. He done it against somebody else. What Man United player was it? I think it was Anthony. Even.
Anthony, it would have been
Anthony as well. They done the same thing. It's like, I don't know, man. Maybe he was half-assed about it, but I can't lie. If half a stadium or what's watching me, I'm gonna be asked about it. I can't lie. You can't having any. You can't. You had a fresh club. You have to care. You got to show that you care. That why you want to be there. No, it was screaming.
You know what it is? I don't even think his confidence is just done at the moment. I don't think he.
But bro, I'll be honest with you that like he might have made this. I mean, I don't know what choices he had, but if his confidence is shot, Arsenal is the worst team to join, yeah, because Arsenal's fan base, yeah, are ruthless, right? Even more so when, let's be real, Arsenal fans, there'll be some of you in here that correctly are saying, you know what, I'm going to back him. We've got him now. He's one of our players. Let's back him. But let's be real. There is a lot of it. Most of Arsenal's fan base, deep down, don't want Havertz, yeah? They don't like taking Chelsea rejects, yeah? Anyone that comes from Chelsea now, unless they were to go and steal Chelsea's star boy, yeah, they don't want Chelsea rejects, right? That's not what Arsenal are about. So they're already waiting for him to make a mistake. And I'll be honest, there must have been a few Arsenal players watching that yesterday and thinking, "Oh, I feel bad for him, man. This is not
I felt a little bit for it. I thought you got feel for the guy, innit? Really, I couldn't call
especially
him
when who said Havertz, you go and have a go. Who was it that said like? Can you imagine him going, no, I'm good enough. Go, go on. Win, tell him, win, push him, win, help him.
It is what it is, man. He's got a pre-season game tonight. Is Arsenal playing tonight, right? Hey, Arsenal fans,
they're playing tonight.
You lot are playing tonight. No, Chelsea's playing tonight, I believe. And they're playing, I don't know.
Arsenal tonight, 1 a.m. Yeah.
I can't lie, I'm watching both of them. I'm watching Chelsea and Arsenal.
MLS All-Stars.
Especially Chelsea. I'm really interested to see how they line up. Smoky Sense Daps, if you had the chance to take Mendy back, if Gvardiol coming in, would you do it? Sorry if I missed it.
No. You know what? He's gone and he's got a he's got a deal in France. He's got a deal elsewhere. I don't want to. You know what? If he's innocent, I'm very happy for him. You know, I hope he gets back to playing football and whatever else.
Cheers, Gloria.
I'm not even going to give my opinion on it because
it's
But now, man, let's be real. Before any of that controversy happened, right? My man was never fit anyway. Like, you got to remember, he was like 3-4 years in and had played like for probably about 30 games for us, right? It just wasn't working away from that anyway. So now, man, hope he does well and whatever else. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna say that name. Mr. BP says done the same thing in a preseason skills games ? I mean, in front of
I hit the target when I did mine.
I can't lie. See the one where you have to get into those big thingy. I play football tennis. If you can keep up in football tennis, I'm pretty sure I can do that, bro.
And as for me, now I wouldn't be able to do it, but I wouldn't.
In maybe in front of thousands of people, maybe not, mate. I'm not a pro footballer, am I? I don't play football every day.
Run up the likes, people, as well, by the way. 650 here. Make sure you keep smashing the likes if you haven't, please, people. And don't forget as well, as you can see below Cass, there's merch as well on our YouTube community tab. So if you go to YouTube and go on the homepage and there's never a foul, you'll see it says browse shop, and you can go there, scan the code even, get there quicker. And if you want to pick yourself up a t-shirt or get yourself anything, then there's options there, man.
Yeah, man. If you want to become a member as well, you better build that membership up. If you guys become a member, you're gonna like what you hear at the end of the month. But yeah, other than that, Kudus. Now that's what I call a proper. He just summons Arsenal for me. This guy, I think he'd be wicked. Like he gets a goal. He's creative. I think he's a different type of option. If you're gonna think of when I think of Trossard, I kind of think of Kudus as well.
Yeah, I hear you. But for the other side, you know what as well, because he's left-footed as well. So like we've always been, and this is me as a see that. Yeah.
Third time lucky, innit?
Yeah, fingers crossed. I know. I think with Kudus, like if they get him, Arsenal fans have kind of been screaming for a bit of a Saka number 2 or someone that can play, you know, if he's not playing, or they can rotate with him at times. And I don't think like Kudus is an out and out right winger. However, he's not going to be a player that comes in and demands that he has to play in a certain position. The fact that he can play an 8, 10 or out wide on the right, I think he actually helps free up Saka at times, but also can play as a number 10 if Odegaard's not there and stuff and that as well. So I actually think if they sign Kudus, it's a better signing than what Havertz has come in to do for 60 million. If I had a choice right now and both of them hadn't signed, I would have gone for Kudus over Havertz 100%, to be honest.
Yeah, he's a wicked all player. I remember watching him with Mo in the World Cup, and then after that, the odd Ajax games, I wouldn't say he shined in Europe, in the UCL obviously, but Ajax obviously they got
the build as well. You know, like that physicality. Like he's not going to get pushed over in the Prem as well.
Your false 9, I think that'd be a wicked signing for
How much are you looking at though? It's about 35-40 million.
I think that's easy deals for Arsenal Football Club, I think, as well. Mr. BP says, "No, I'm referring to you saying Arsenal fans were trolling Anthony and Nunes. Did they do the same thing, troll them in the preseason? I mean, I trolled Nunes. I don't give a damn. You think I'm going to sit him like, no. Bro, I was onto that guy. I couldn't even hit the target in training with no pressure. You know, I'm just saying, left foot, right foot, but it is what it is now, isn't it? I was one of them. I'm just scored,
by the way.
Gakpo scored 2-2. Boy, he better have scored, because even if it ends in a draw, you're getting trolled, mate. Anyways.
Who they played?
Coles something. Liverpool. 1 sec. Let me check this. They are playing Coles Ruher Colesworth. I don't know how to say the name properly.
McAllister playing.
Oh,
Nunes actually scored today.
yeah, I know you're about.
Yeah, they are in the. I don't know.
First game back. Oh, first game back.
Yeah, it's obviously first game back, but there's no sleep for the shameless.
Cass has been away from being shameless for 4 weeks. He's
way too long, longer than that. Way too long. I can't wait. No, it's 2-2. So Gakpo Nunes is scored. That's good signs when your front line is scoring, though.
Yeah,
and Nunes.
Yeah.
I think Nunes.
And it's you know what? It's good for Nunes as well, because I think we've said how with Diaz back, with Gakpo, could Nunes kind of be at risk of not starting next season?
Can I ask you both a question off this though?
Go on.
Yeah, go on.
Did you see his goal?
No.
Right. So I'm just after the stream, look at his goal and look at a player when I'm talking no confidence. Basically, 1-on-1, tries cutting it back to Salah, misplaces the pass, so Salah gives it back to him, and then he shoots. But he's through basically 1-on-1. And if all of us three are watching a game together and our striker passed in that situation, you are going crazy if they don't score. I'm telling you now. Yeah, like fair play to Nunes scoring, but when you don't watch it, you'll be like, why is he passing?
Oh, might as well stick on the conversation of Liverpool, because they got linked with 2 new DMs today. So we've seen loads of names pop out lately. Calvin Phillips was one.
That ain't happening, by the way.
Gavin Birch was another one, even though he's not a DM. I'm pretty sure Amrabat was in that list. And
Amrabat's been linked.
Today's come out with Doucoure, who I really like, and I rate him more than Lavia, by the way. So I think that'll be a much better fit. And I think he's a lot more developed than Lavia. And the other one is Kamara, who we could have got for last year for free, but we opted not to, and Aston Villa did. But I can't see Aston Villa selling him. What are you saying about that time, man? There's 2 talented guys. I would say Doucoure suits Liverpool a little bit more.
He's a bit more like chaotic.
Aggressive.
Aggressive, a bit more like all over the place. I think Doucoure, for me, though, he should stay at Palace. I think 1 year in the Prem. I want to see if how good he can be. I feel like I saw glimpses last year, but we didn't see how good he can really be. So I'm hoping if Roy Hodgson can get a midfielder around him, you stay at Palace for another year. I think Kamara is more that destroyer. He's a bit more composed. You can tell he's played in Marseille. He's a bit more experienced. I think that'd be a good signing right now if Liverpool were to get him. But I'll be honest with you. I don't think... Yeah, he can play centre-back as well. I don't think they get either. I really don't. I just don't see Liverpool pulling the Doucoure from Palace when he's got 1 more year. I think he'll get 1 more year out of him. And I don't see Kamara wanting to leave Villa because of the projects you can see them trying to build back in Europe, getting the boards backing them. Unai Emery's obviously coming, Pau Torres. I can't remember who the other signing was earlier in the window. Like, they're going out there to try and show with intent that they want to stay in that European place.
He'd go Liverpool.
Yeah. There's and then there's Liverpool.
Come on, bro. We'd go Liverpool. Go Liverpool. Well, no. Do you know what?
Yeah.
At very least, he'd be having conversations with Klopp, right?
But I think Villa would be in a position to ask for big money. And I don't know if Liverpool would pay it.
Oh no. But as far as him as a player, yeah. At very least,
him as a player, he would go.
Oh, Liverpool. Villa would be asking for big money, 100%. Villa would say, "Oh, well,
yeah." But I think the money would put them off Daps, because they know that Liverpool want their mate.
But if it's down to the player, he'd at very least be wanting to have a conversation with Klopp and find out how much game time he was going to get. Look, if Klopp was like, "I'll be real, you're going to come in and be a bit part," he might stay at Villa. But other than that, he's going Liverpool. Sorry, Villa fans. But,
as well. But
I just don't see him going for him though. You two.
I just think it's a smoke. I think it's a smoke screen for something else. Not even Lavia. I think there's something else that they just don't want people to clock onto a little bit. You know, they're getting linked with so many names. It's telling me there's something else in the works.
Well, I keep saying Liverpool are trying to stay below the radar with their signings.
Yeah,
they're trying to move quietly and get things done, and I get why they're doing it, and that seems to be the way they're going. It would be interesting though, because if Liverpool don't go in for Lavia, then it opens up Lavia. Because then it's like, right,
in Arsenal.
Potentially, yeah. I think
Partey's staying. He's going on the pre-season tour, so it looks like he will be staying.
Because I think if Liverpool don't go in for Lavia, like I do think there's a bit of at the moment. Take Caicedo for example. People have said, why aren't other teams going in for Caicedo? Well, that's because you don't want to waste all your time. You don't want to lose a transfer race. And for me, Caicedo, whoever goes in for Caicedo, just know that you're going to have to go all the way with it, yeah, because Chelsea won't stop. Chelsea right now, Chelsea are trying to be smart with the Caicedo deal because no one else is circling. If someone else comes in and starts bidding, and Chelsea want Caicedo as their number one target, yeah, they will get Caicedo this summer. So I don't think anyone will even entertain that because Chelsea will just blow him out the water. Same thing. If Liverpool don't go in for Lavia, then Arsenal could look at Lavia and go, right, well, we know Chelsea want Caicedo. We now are in a very good position to not pay as much as we thought we might have to for Lavia because we've got no competition. So it's interesting to see as these one or two get picked off and squads start to fill up, that then there's these little Lavia's price will be going down and down and down because let's be clear, he ain't staying at Southampton.
Yeah, I got a feeling though. You know who I think is? We mentioned it yesterday. Who said that Kimmich isn't? Kimmich is for sale.
What to Liverpool?
Like, yeah, the all German sources are saying like, there's CF Bayern, Jan Fjortoft, the Pletzigo, even though he's a waste man anyways. He's basically Daily Mail, or no, he's Jamie Jackson of the Bundesliga. I got a feeling it's Kimmich, you know. I really think it is. I really do think it's Kimmich. I think he's got like a year left on his deal. He wants to go as well.
I can see Kimmich in Liverpool, you know.
I can see it. I can see the German link up with Klopp as well. Yeah. You know, what's their thing? Schmadtke, their new director of football, German. Obviously, he worked at Wolfsburg. He has a good.
Kimmich, McAllister. God damn.
I really think it's Kimmich. Because they're not just losing out on Henderson, who's going for 12, 13 million. It's also Fabinho.
Well, Fabinho's staying in it, or is he going?
No, Fabinho's gone. He's gone. Left out a tour and everything.
Oh, for real? Right, yeah. So both of them are going. Yeah, Liverpool getting at least one more.
And you know, Barcelona not coming in for the guy because they can't afford him. That's as simple as that.
That'd be an interesting one, Kimmich.
I think it'd be an interesting, and that's what would put fear back into most clubs as well.
What of Liverpool? Yeah,
100%. An experienced head.
Yeah,
an experienced head. Nah, that would. If you're telling me you got Kimmich, a McAllister, and a Szoboszlai, dangerous.
Tell you what, if Kimmich if Kimmich got linked to Liverpool, it would. I think it would. I think that might then turn City's head a little bit as well. I think.
And he covers Trent.
I see it. I think I can see him at Liverpool still.
I think, if they get a Kimmich with a McAllister, Szoboszlai, I think it's good technically. I think obviously the footballers that got there in terms of when they have the ball is good. But when I'm thinking like City, for example, with Rodri, us with Casemiro, Chelsea, they get a Caicedo in there. I know he's not the tallest in height, but when you look at like them type of teams, Bentancur even, like, I feel like they're a bit more physical. I feel like that Liverpool midfield can get ran through physically. Like if teams like get the ball and they've got driving midfielders, I'm not scared about Kimmich. I'm not worried about McAllister. Them guys don't want to be doing that doggy work like that. I think for me, Cass, they need to go and get Amrabat. I think if Fabinho leaves and Henderson goes, I don't want to see him there, but I feel like the perfect profile to allow McAllister and Szoboszlai to do their thing is go and get Amrabat for 35 million. I'm sorry, but Klopp, just go and do it. If you're a Liverpool fan, go and do it at 27.
So you're saying you don't think Kimmich is that physical?
I think he's physical for like a little guy, but that doesn't impose me, that midfield. That midfield does not impose me.
It imposes me. They dominate the ball with a player like Trent and Robbo. They'll be flinging balls over to that wing. Yeah. Nunes runs and Gakpo runs and Salah runs. It's a long day, in my opinion. Yeah. I hear you though. I think Amrabat would be a solid signing. I think,
for them. They just need a bit of like, if Henderson and Fabinho is gone and Milner, that's their crunch. That's their Kellogg's crunchy nuts. Now you're just eating Cocoa Pops. There's no crunch.
Well, I'll be honest with you, If they were to bring in Amrabat, I'm thinking Liverpool are trying to, I don't want to say shut up shop, but it's a bit more like, okay, Liverpool are being cautious. Yeah.
Well, Daps, what have we said about it? Van Dijk's not been the same. He needs a bit of protection.
No, I hear you, bro. But
it allows their attackers to say, right, boom.
But bro, I feel like with Liverpool, Liverpool have had a year off. Let's be clear. This time last year, I know Liverpool fans were saying they're worried about not their midfield and whatever else, but really and truly, Liverpool have had a year off. Yeah, that's it. This time last year, they'd come very close to doing a quad, right? Do I think that Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp wants to be a team that is in a rebuild and a team that, wants to be that little bit cautious and play with an old school DM that's going to break up play? Or do I actually think Klopp's like, nah. I want to go for everything this season. I want to go back to being the Liverpool that people are scared of, not Liverpool that are rebuilding. And if they
okay, let me flip it on you. Why can't they be scared
bro,
with Amrabat? Why can't teams be scared if they got an Amrabat? He's defensive.
Bro, I'm just saying, I'm more scared if I'm looking at McAllister, Kimmich, and let's even be clear, yeah. When he's fit, Thiago is part of that midfield as well, yeah. Like, bro, that is complete football, yeah. That is all of a sudden, like, you know what, yeah, this is going to be a long day at Anfield. Getting the ball back off of this lot is going to be long.
Kimmich is physical, like he is very physical, bit slow but physical. Got great acceleration, burst space. I think they've already got physical all over every other pitch. Roberts, the whole back line bar Trent, who's not really physical.
Kanate is
physical, and even their front line, Salah and them, they're physical as well. Gakpo, Nunes, they're big guys.
Yeah.
They can do it.
It's true. They are bigger. Yeah, they are big.
Have you seen? But Cass, is this another Cass rumor, or is there any legs to this Kimmich thing?
No, that's not a rumor or nothing. I just think I just think there's a smokescreen because when there's so many names, typically a club comes out with a surprise name. And when we saw Kimmich being available, so they can potentially fund Harry Kane and go get somebody else as well, I just feel like Liverpool could look at that direction because why is it all of a sudden that this whole Lavia stuff has gone to a standstill? I mean, and nothing except links to Chelsea and Arsenal and all this stuff. Maybe it is for Lavia. I could be wrong. But I just think
just remember though, Cass.
When a player like Kimmich comes available,
though, the best team in the league are hiding their transfers and just dropping it. We've signed this player, our Liverpool. Luis Diaz, the Fabinho's, like whether they're in the news or not. I could wake up tomorrow and Liverpool will sign someone.
Like, and Thiago, remember Thiago used to play with Kimmich. That's an easy link, man. I'm just saying it links up. It makes sense.
They're getting someone. They're getting someone.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Especially even more so the fact that they've left Fabinho out and Henderson looks like it's over the line. That tells you they're definitely getting more midfielders, at least one more.
Chelsea as well. I was literally just gonna go right onto them. It came out through Jacob Steinberg earlier when he's talking about Chelsea. It's funny. I don't know who said it, but someone was talking about Mark Guehi back to Chelsea Football Club when he was talking about Lewis, and Lewis was like, nah. Today, Nizar Kinsella, Steinberg also said they're not interested in Maguire. Mark Guehi, 50 million. Good signing.
Wait, who spoke up? Did we speak
yesterday?
Yesterday.
I think you might have mentioned him.
I mentioned him and Anderson, innit? Yeah, I was like him and Anderson. Do you know what? Like 50 million to re-sign a player you let go a few years ago. Like, I don't think Chelsea. I'll be honest with you. If I was a Chelsea fan, I'm not excited by that, man. I feel like Guehi is a good defender, but I think he's capped in terms of like, if he went to Chelsea, is he going to drive Chelsea to a Premier League, which is what they eventually want? Is he going to drive you to a potential Champions League? I think Guehi's a good defender, but I don't think he's like that. He's like a player that would go to no disrespect, he'd be at Tottenham.
They were linked with Tottenham.
Disrespect taken.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, if Tottenham need defenders, if they sign Guehi, I'll get it. Or Joachim Anderson, I understand. But Chelsea, I don't think Chelsea fans would be buzzing with that.
Apparently, they also got a 25% sell-on clause to him, so that 50 million becomes lower. That's a nice 45 million. That's right up Chelsea Street. You don't want to spend 50 million on a guy.
Do you rate him like that, though, Cass?
As a backup, yes. And would he get time?
Why are you going to go from being Palace captain to being backup?
Because the way I look at it, Thiago Silva in a back four is suspect, right? And Mark Guehi can play ball, and he's very fast, and he's quite physical even for his height. I think he would suit someone like Poch. I just think he smells like Poch. I think he's very solid depth. He'll get a lot of game time this time around as well. With Fofana out for the rest of the season, he's going to 100% be playing with Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva's not guaranteed. Like, he's a year older, and he does stay very fit. But he has his limits. He will get game time, and he's right-footed. I think it...
Would you take Guehi as the Varane?
I was going to just say that as well.
Would you?
I've seen him play left centre-back and not right centre-back.
That's okay, so with the right centre, he's right-footed, obviously. Would you take him as a right centre-back at United for 50 million?
As a backup, as in terms of
Varane backup, Thiago Silva, Varane backup.
Oh no. Because I think 50
why
million
should Chelsea?
Much. 30 million I would.
Yeah, so why should Chelsea?
Yeah, but I said 30 million I would.
So Chelsea 30 million.
Yeah, I would say around 35.
Okay, fair.
For me, if I'm getting my backup, I'm looking at Antonio Silva. There's nobody else I want.
Yeah, I'm looking elsewhere. I'm just putting it that way. I'm looking elsewhere.
Silva, Paddy. Who's the other one that I want as well? And that's so if that's going to be backup as a left centre back. Either way you want to go, that's the way I look at it. But
fair. Yeah, I
they're going to
think
cost
Chelsea
you an
should
arm, and
stay
they're going
away.
to cost you an arm and a leg. That's the difference. Not the sassy. But yeah, man,
Mm.
I don't know. I think it's for a backup. I think it's good, and I think he can learn some good, valuable experience. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not.
No, not for 50
I
million.
think they'll
Like you
spoil
said,
it, but
back up 30 million. I get it, but if you're spending 50 million, you're saying right, yes, it's fourth choice. That's just crazy. That'd be crazy.
Especially right now with where they are as well and what they're trying to do, and they've still got other holes to fill.
Yeah, and if Chelsea want to go spend 50 million on someone, then they can go get someone like
I'm
Antonio
surprised no one
Silva.
said pause then.
Antonio Silva reminds me of Alderweireld. So that's the way I would look at Poch again. Antonio Silva would make sense in my eyes as well. The way if he does play the way, and we all say like Poch is going to play a certain way, but we actually don't know if he's. Remember that was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, he's got different. Bro, he's got different resources here to he had it.
Exactly. So he might change up a little bit.
100%.
And the last part is St. Maximan going to Saudi.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, gutted, man. What a player.
20.
Yeah, Saudi, man. That's
20,
mad.
40 million, I think. 40 million, I think.
Yeah. Do you know what? Brilliant player. Injuries just killed him. But when he's on form, he terrorizes teams. Like he's done it to all our clubs in a game. He's done it to Man City when they played that game when they drew at the start of the season. He's done it to us a couple of years back. Like he's just one of them players. You just say, here you go, have the ball and do what you want. But he's not really going to follow your instructions. So Eddie Howe, you know what? Me and Daps and you have spoken about it enough. He comes in. He says, right, we're doing this. All the players are bought into it. If you're not really buying into it, you're not going to play. Harmony's big for him and everything. Not saying St. Max is a bad person, but I don't think St. Maximin's on the wave. They're like that Almirons and even Jacob Murphy's are. And he said, you know what? If I can get 40 million and use that towards buying the Harvey Barnes or whatever it is, it looks like him out, Barnes in. And Barnes will listen to him. It's just...
he said as well, he said in an interview as well that because of FFP, they have to sell before they can bring in. So...
Who else do you think they sell, though? That's the interesting part. So if they get 40 million for St. Max, I don't really know who else is out there that they can make money from, if I'm honest.
Well,
like actual money.
Yeah, proper money.
Like he's the main one. He's the main asset.
Cut your losses on Anthony Gordon and sell him.
I 100% would.
I'd be doing that all day long.
I do wonder if Anthony Gordon, like, because they're going to get Harvey Barnes, aren't they? So it's looking like he's all
going to be. Yeah, it's going to be him and Barnes, isn't it? The English connection.
What if they put maybe Anthony Gordon on the right?
Yeah, because sometimes he plays Wilson down the middle and puts Isaac left.
Yeah, but you can't always.
You need to keep Isaac down the middle for me though. This is the year now. Wilson, sorry man, you're on the bench.
Yeah.
So would they cut? Nah, they wouldn't sell Wilson.
No, they wouldn't sell him. He's like the perfect backup striker.
I think Wilson would be fine with being there as the backup now.
100%. 2 games a week, Champions League and that. He'll play league and all that. I think, you know what? I wish St. Maximin the best. I've always said that even if United wanted him now, I'll still take him.
Ty, if you had your way, you would literally be happy to sit there on Martial and
St. Max,
and Pogba as well, all injured.
And he'd be like literally seeing him like 5 times a season and be like, yeah, but it's all right.
Yeah, but it's all right. Just trust the process.
Yeah. They'll come back at the end of the season. You'll be like, see, that's what I'm saying. Next season they're cooking. 3 games in, all 3 are injured. You're like,
I love the hospital, man. But other than that, guys, as well, there's still over 600 of you in here. Hit the like button if you haven't. It's 266. I know this can rise by 34 more. If you haven't
come
done
on, 300, man.
If you're a new subscriber, trust me, I'm not always shameless. I can talk some sense, just not always sense because it's boring. But these two,
you lot have really put in my head about. I'm intrigued now. What happens with Ake next season?
Yeah. Trust me. That.
But then I
he will
always
play.
remember,
Don't worry, he will play.
I do think it's weird because when you try and put it with City, how it is and how it moves in transition and whatever. But rewind. It has to be.
Did you see the Champions United squad for tour? No Kova, Fred, or Anthony. I know you're not talking about.
Fred's gone.
Yeah. Fred's got. That means Fred must be gone. Kova that must mean he's going back out on loan. Which I don't.
And Anthony's probably injured.
Kova.
Oh, and what? But hold on. What about flipping Donny? Where's Donny at?
Oh, he played today.
He's got a banger
today. To be fair.
Hold on, but he's playing for.
Huh?
What? He's back at United.
Yeah. No, Donny is. He's back from injury.
Oh, he's back, is he?
Yeah, we won 1-0. He scored today. Sick goal. I'm not even gassing it. Like cross came in, volley, bang. And I was like, nice.
Yeah, it was a good goal.
Mount
if you mean
Donny
Anthony, mean Anthony Elanga, right? Because I know he wouldn't be in the squad. He's been said he's going.
Elanga should be going.
I don't know about
Henderson's
Matic
going.
over unless they bring I can obviously see it being someone like Tom Heaton, what's his name, the new guy, Anana, and also probably Nathan Bishop. Maybe that might be the case, and then Kova goes on loan. After today's performance, wow, how can you send Kova on loan? How good that man is.
I don't want to have to sell him. As long as we don't sell him, I'm cool.
Yeah.
That might be why you want to loan him out, though.
I would Anthony not go.
Get him that. Yeah, I don't mind. Send him to the Championship. Get a proper physical good loan. Perfect.
Why would Anthony not go? I don't know. I don't believe there's any news on it. But if it's the case, then let me know.
Anthony,
man.
I thought he's got an injury.
He played today.
What, Anthony
played today, bro. Did you not see me? He missed a sitter in the 3rd minute.
Yeah, in the first. Oh shit, he played in the first half. Gaze
it today. Yeah,
Gaze it.
I don't understand. And again, I don't understand. I know this is a little bit boring.
Shots, you know.
How did if Forson got on that plane? I'm gonna. I
wonder if Anthony picked up a knock after this. Because I was at work, so at half time, he wondered if he picked up a knock.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah,
if
man,
he's injured again, I swear that's 2 injuries already in pre-season. Oh my days.
Or maybe it's just precaution. But if it's not a bad injury, then surely he's still getting the plane and still go over, right?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways,
no, because if it's a case of he's not on the plane, that might be because if he did get a knock, he might be again.
Must be a bad.
There are more than or there's more than one flight out of Manchester or wherever you are. Yeah, he might be like staying to get it looked at and be like, I'll fly over and meet you over there, but I need to get it looked at.
Yeah, and where has this squad been confirmed? Like, has anyone got a link, by the way? Like,
Anthony is going. His name's under midfielder. See, this is what I'm saying.
Oh, he is going. Okay, cool.
Exactly.
Yeah,
if there's no ring, it's got to be a Elanga.
I ain't seen nothing. So yeah, of course.
He just needs to go already, man. Just give me my 25 million. But other than that, guys, make sure you smash the like button. Stay on this. You'll go over to Dan Potts' channel, probably doing also like a mixture of different things. And big up yourselves. We won't.
Liverpool just scored. Diogo Jota.
Yeah, calm, man.
They're all firing.
All firing, man. All 3 of them.
But yeah, smash a like. Check the merch. And we'll be back probably tomorrow now, innit?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow lunchtime.
Tomorrow lunchtime.
Back tomorrow lunchtime, live in the Never